Now, Mr. Pace, this particular contest has been in a hiatus. The Classic is back. Can you take us back through the history of it and then bring us back up to speed today when we look forward to seeing the game again this year?
Absolutely. So the Classic was started in the early 80s, and then moving into the 90s, it was played from 1992 to 1996 at the Horseshoe. That was the old Horseshoe. It's been remodeled and renovated. It's very modern and very comfortable today. But yes, from 1992 to 96, it was played at the old Horseshoe, then moved to Cincinnati, where it was played for a number of years in that city. And then in 2003, it started rotating between Cincinnati and Cleveland, and it just grew and grew. Then market conditions. You might recall, James, that Power Five schools started booking those teams from the MEAC and the SWAC. And for classics that were away from the South, that significantly increased what some HBCUs were asking back in the early 2000s to play in HBCU classics. And so that, along with two other market conditions, the rise in the media cost. Of course, media was merging at that time, and that drove the cost of advertising up. That was pre-social media. So urban radio was the predominant place to advertise HBCUs, and those costs quadrupled back in the early 2000s. And then secondly, the cost of fuel increased significantly, driving up the price to fly teams from the South to the Midwest. And so those factors really made it cost prohibitive to continue this classic. But now, under new market conditions, and we're using Division II schools, we're really excited that it's very cost prohibitive. We'll be able to support the universities. We'll be able to raise over $300,000 for scholarships. We'll be able to have an opportunity for inner city youth to benefit from seeing a stadium filled with accomplished African Americans who can serve as positive role models and mentors. Of course, George Floyd served as an event multiplier or a value multiplier to show how needed an event like an HBCU Classic is. So all of the conditions have come together: market conditions, economic conditions, social conditions, to really make the revival after 25 years of this classic at Ohio State possible.